Have you ever used the service eBay?
I have, yeah. I bought
Okay.
stuff from there.
Well, you may have unknowingly supported the harassment of this this blogging couple.
Oh, how? I ordered something and I ordered a cable and it came like 3 weeks later. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't know how that's supporting someone, but I'm interested to hear how.
So this couple were targeted by eBay over their eCommerce Bytes, a newsletter that kind of talked about these e-commerce websites, like eBay themselves. And the company's executives were not too thrilled that they were getting this negative publicity by this newsletter.
Oh, I did hear about this actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard a little bit about this. Yeah, go on.
Okay. So, what would you do if you received negative news from a person? Oh, it's negative review, but what would you do? What a reasonable person do?
What a reason they'd ignore it if it's, or they tried to make it. They tried to make themselves better, by fixing the problem or even addressing it. And be like, hey, it's like, for me, it's like I would reach out and talk to them and be like, hey, I know you had issues with this. It's like we're gonna try to make things better.
But in the the talks, would you then send them live spiders and cockroaches? Would that be anywhere in your mind?
No, this one nowhere in my mind. Not even the realm of possibilities in my mind would I be doing something like this.
So that is just a touch of what they sent them, because it gets even more ridiculous. So Ina and Dave Steiner were sent live cockroaches and spiders to their home because they had this newsletter. And this is only in the beginning. But this is all confirmed because it all came out in a court case where they have now settled to pay the couple $3 million for the harassment that they received.
Crazy. Yeah. It's a large company.
Yeah, and I'll continue with what other things they sent because it gets even more ridiculous. But consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. We come out with interesting videos like this one daily. So if you want to keep up to date with interesting topics like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So the crazy thing is that the head of safety and security for eBay was kind of spearheading this whole thing, and they intimidated them through other various acts, and it's kind of disgusting. So besides sending the live insects like spiders and stuff, they also sent a fetal pig.
What the heck?
Yeah, that seems insane. And a funeral wreath and a book about dealing with like a loved one's death or something.
What the heck is happening
to their house? And you're like, oh, that's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad.
Pretty bad, as in like extremely bad. But also, they installed GPS tracking devices on the couple's car.
That's so scary. Oh my God.
And they made false posts on Craigslist inviting people to have sexual encounters at their house.
Oh my God. This is so insane to even think about.
Yes.
Like, what type of a deranged person is going in, like,
doing all this insane stuff?
Yeah, they're sending us spiders, cockroaches, funeral wreaths. They're putting GPS in their cars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm reading that back to you, and it's like me coming out of my mouth. I'm like, dang, this sounds so crazy that someone would even think about all of these things.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is that I was like, oh, maybe this happened like really far in the past. This is like so far in the past that, like it's a different time period. No, it happened like a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. So now justice has been served because in 2021, Philip Cook was sentenced to 18 months in prison, and Bao was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison.
I'm assuming that's the security or the people doing this.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is insane.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you wouldn't imagine, like, a company doing this or company's employees doing this. I feel like if other people had found out that they would maybe act like a rational person and tell them it's like, hey, this isn't cool, you shouldn't be doing this, you could possibly get in a lot of trouble, you could possibly lose your job, or even worse ramifications, and it's in general not worth it, in my opinion.
No, I don't think under any
go.
circumstance. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's a critique. Like, you're a big company. Like, obviously, like, why are you going after this tiny couple? Like, it seems very petty. Like, why are you like so fixated on this?
The pettiest person.
So the person that like was kind of like unspoken in this whole thing was the former eBay CEO, Devin Wang. Apparently, according to the attorneys for the two people that got sentenced, they said that they experienced a lot of like pressure from him to send a message to these people.
He could have just talked to them.
Literally sent them a letter. Like,
yeah,
hey,
literally
stop.
sends them a letter and be like, hey, it's like, we just want to talk to you guys. I mean, this is no rational person is gonna be like spiders.
I mean, like cockroaches, insane.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm at a loss for words, because it's like, this is like psychopath shit.
It is. You know what? Like, and the thing is, like, it doesn't sound too far off from like what could possibly be done, because
I forget which company used. Oh, it was Wizards of the Coast, where Wizards of the Coast used Pinkerton, the kind of like security company that like is very hands-on, you could say, with their work. So I feel like it's very in line with that mentality, where they would go like and take things into their own hands and dish out their own like justice, I guess.
Yeah, it's a really weird branch of justice, in my opinion. but
it's not justice, by the way.
Yeah, not justice. And the
ridiculous.
The thing is that I'm personally happy for the couple that got awarded the money.
I think it's not enough. That seems ridiculous. I feel like other places like get more money from other maybe not lesser things, but like, this seems like a pretty extreme case of harassment. Like, the neighbors are getting involved, and like their like safety was like really jeopardized, like
100%, because they put out the
Craigslist.
Ad, the Craigslist ad to inviting them to their home, which is, it is not like, jeopardizing people's safety is not okay. I think that's the biggest thing for me, where it was like,
took it way too far.
Yeah, way too. Everything was way too far.
It's literally,
but
besides like like a call or email or even a letter.
Literally anything besides talking to them, I feel. But yeah, I would want to hear from our audience what they think about this. Do you think that they took it too far? Or
I would hope they would think that.
Yeah.
Did they not take it far enough?
Did not take it far enough. Do you think if they didn't catch them, then do you think it would have gone even further?
I do wonder, though, if there are other people that have been harassed that haven't come forward.
Oh, maybe.
Because like, maybe they're just like too scared, or like, it's in the past, so they're not going to talk about it. So I do wonder if, hopefully the people that, have been harassed do come forward and like use this as an opportunity to like speak what happened to them and try to get compensation for what occurred. Cause this is a multi-billion-dollar company, and like, they can't be doing this. They need to be held liable so they don't do this ever again. But truthfully, that's why I'm like so confused why it's only like $3 million, when like that's just a very small slap on the wrist versus like what the amount of money that could have been requested.
I think honestly, I think they could have got more, in my opinion. But yeah,
let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on this thing, because it's crazy.